I don't know how fluid and transparent I could be right now in this podcast.
Go for it.
There is a radical ideology that is hostile towards Christianity, that is incompatible with Western fundamentals, that has swept through the East, that has swept through the continent of Africa, it has taken over all of Europe, it has entered into our shores. And if we don't have an awakening in this hour, your children are going to suffer, and so are mine.
I believe you're speaking about Islam.
Of course. The rise of Islam, radical Islam. They're very vocal on social media about their desire to take over America. And I think that it is a false sense of inclusion, is why we think that we shouldn't say nothing.
Right.
Or do nothing, right? It is this same weakness to take a stand for Christ that saw the influence of Christianity wane in the East.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in our country think that, Christianity is a Western religion, but it's not. It's an Eastern religion.
Yes, sir.
And yet in the place where Christianity was born has been completely taken over by Islam, all right? And so when I just thinking about the people that we're putting in office, when I think about certain cities that's being taken over by that ideology, when I'm seeing a tolerance for that ideology creeping into America, and somebody will listen to this right now and say, you and I are closed-minded, that we are bigots, that we are not loving towards people outside the faith, and that is not true. I love all men, but I know we have an enemy that is working through men. And that if we don't wake up right now and sound the alarm, your children and mine are not going to recognize the United States we're living in, right? We're in trouble, and we need to hold the line as long as we can. We'll not be silent about this. And I think we have to sound the alarm about what's happening right now in our country.
I was just in Nigeria in the fall with Global Christian Relief. I believe you also are a fan of Global Christian Relief and what they're doing. There was one moment where a mother who had just lost her husband and her son weeks prior said to me, I never thought this would have happened in Nigeria. I never thought my village would get overtaken by radical Islam. And the reason why the spiritual warfare and the literal warfare is so powerful right now in Nigeria is if you take Nigeria, you take Africa. And that's the goal. Is they're pressing from the north. The leadership is doing what I perceive as very little about it. And there is an agenda to move Islam. Jesus took territory by love. Muhammad took territory by a sword. You can check the history books.
It's true.
It's very clear.
But the same thing is happening in our country, all right? I look at what happened in New York. I look at what's happening in Dearborn, Michigan. I look at what's happening